Hey everybody, welcome back. Alright, I'm going to jump in with the Affirmators Oracle. I've been liking this lately for overall messages, and then the Tarot to get a little more guidance and clarity on the messages that do come through, using the Light Seers Tarot. One more. Right, Spirit, general collective reading. So again, not everything will resonate. Please take what does and leave the rest behind. I always try to remember to say that if anything ever makes you feel really anxious or like gives you anxiety when you hear a message, or like, I don't know if this resonates, oh my gosh, it's not for you. I promise you, what does resonate is going to hit, you know, your soul like it's going to hit really strong, and you're going to just have this inner knowing that that's for you. You'll more or less have peace of mind about it, and clarity. So anything that creates anxiety is just not a message for you. So please leave that behind if it does not resonate. There we go. And I want to, nope, I only want two. Just hearing two. Okay, so it's flipped over. Oops. All right, so the first one that came out was friendliness. This says, I keep dropping the cards. Whenever I smile, I make whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today I'll remember that, wow, I can't read. Today I'll remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money will also work. And then we have peacefulness. Peacefulness. I have a peaceful, tranquil, and untroubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. I can bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. My heart is a special property, and I'm going to keep it that way so we can all keep enjoying it, and I can get my security deposit back. I think that you are making an effort here to, I want to say we all really strive for this. Not all of us are in a position to be in this energy because sometimes life gets in the way, and we're human. But I do feel like if you're somebody who has the energy and has the capacity to, you're someone who's making the intention to show up in this way that does bring happiness and peace into others' lives. I think you're being mindful about who in your circle, who in your life is showing up with these intentions as well, right? Peacefulness. What does not bring peace into your life has to go. What is not friendly has to go. Someone can be friendly and nice to your face, and then they can be two-faced behind your back. And it's different. It's one thing to be like, you're venting about someone's behavior and then you go have a conversation with them. But if someone behind your back constantly stabs you in the back, constantly talks crap about you behind your back, spreads lies behind your back, obviously, and is friendly to your face, right? Those people need to go. But it's a different thing when someone's actually struggling or frustrated with an interaction, confrontation, or something, even though they're nice to you and they're friendly to you, and you actually have a conversation to like resolve things. But if friendliness is not just you're being nice to your face and then someone goes and starts like, you know, talking shit, talking crap, and constantly manipulates and lies. So friendliness is true, someone who's trying their best. And then peacefulness, right? Someone who brings peace. I always think about this. Jim Carrey, he says, if I think I'm going to probably butcher this, but it's something along the lines of, if their absence, I think that's what it is, if their absence brings you peace, then you haven't lost them. I have been really keeping this, like, that exact phrase, that exact quote, I've really been holding on to that for a long time in my life. And it's been difficult to learn that even people you thought were really close to you, you were really close to them, whoever they are. I am somebody that I'm like, and it doesn't matter who you are, how you're related to me, if you do not bring peace into my life, I do not want you in my life. And those are, boundaries that I've had to create. And I feel like there's an element here of that as well. You are protecting your peace, and you're having the intention to, navigate your connections in life with this peace in mind, and being mindful of what is actually bringing you peace back and creating harmony. What are those harmonious relationships? They're equal give and take. They bring value into your life as much as you bring value into theirs. And what is that friendliness? You're going to approach every day with a friendly, kind heart. There's a really strong intention of wanting to show up in that energy in order to continue to have and cultivate peace in your life for yourself and for others. I thought I had something I just kind of... I think you're really showing up in this energy that's just, I'm going to do the best I can to be the kindest person I can be, to show up, to smile at people, to give compliments when they're on my mind, to not hold back, to show that kind gesture just because it's good to, right? There's nothing in return that I seek. And to create peace in your life, create peace in your heart, when you show up with that intention every day. But I do think there's a very strong element there of protecting your peace too. It's kind of cute. It's like a carriage. And inside the carriage, right, this is your home, is your heart, is your home, and you're protecting your heart, you're protecting your peace here by, creating this safe space. And so you're having to create boundaries. You're not going to welcome in anything into this that's going to bring chaos, disharmony, or disrupt anything in your life that's going to create an imbalance. Yeah. Okay. Let's see where this goes. Spirit messages need to come through for the highest good of the collective. And clarify these messages. One more. We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is very slow energy, methodical energy. It's not slow like it's bad slow. It's just very methodical, very planned, very intentional energy. You might be someone who is moving a lot slower in your life. You're slowing down. You're slowing your energy down. And you're taking one day at a time. Let's see where this goes. Paint me a story. Paint me a message. Okay, we have King of Wands. Very, very exciting, very fun energy, passionate, creative, very entrepreneurial, very independent. All right. Sorry, there's like a gnat. Your death is imminent. Okay, I got him. Oh man, that guy had been bugging me, literally, pun intended, like all day. Okay, what else? Six of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful new beginning, something really solid. rebirth, also the death card in the traditional tarot. I'm getting this feeling that you're painting a different perspective for yourself in your life. You're changing your perspective around, especially with that death card. Like, you're seeing things differently, especially with that, like, light coming through the face of the hooded figure. You like, your sights are, you're moving forward, right? But your sights, your perspective is, you're changing it a little bit. You're changing how you perceive kindness, how you perceive people's intentions towards you, kindness. I think you're slowing down and you're taking more time to build and cultivate, like, different energies with people and experiences. So you're not jumping into things that are like, just go, move as fast as you can, try to get to a point that you want to be with in terms of career or people, like friendships, family, connections and developments, like cultivating those connections. I don't feel like you're punch it so fast. You're not trying to jump into it so quickly. You're taking a lot more time to build and cultivate the energies and the exchange with the people and the experiences that you have in your life and the new ones coming in. Yeah, like this Nine of Pentacles is telling me this is your energy. You're really being, like, methodical about it. You're being slow. And it's like, what I'm getting, here's a message for probably, I think for majority of you, not all of you. You probably somebody with this friendliness and peaceful, you could have been a people pleaser, right? In your life. No shame. I think most everybody has gone through this. People that, I don't want to go into the psychology of it, but, like, you strived so hard to create friendships, to have friendships, to build romantic, solid partnerships with people, romantic partnerships. You poured into your career. Every area of your life, you were probably someone who really gave so much of yourself. You're so kind, you're so generous, and I don't think that you had a lot of peace in your life or equilibrium in areas or balance. They weren't always harmonious. You did so much to create this, and unfortunately it wasn't always receptive. The other person, the other party, the other experience, whatever that was, I don't think it was always one that was equal give and take. I think that a lot more of the opposing or the other party involved, party is another person, the experience, whatever, was more of a taking energy, receiving energy than it was a giving energy. And I think now you're having a different perspective and approach because you're moving a lot more methodically in life. You're creating a very different perspective about what you want to create and how you want to show up. And you're not, like, desperate to be loved by a person. You're not desperate to have friends and connections because you don't need to have those to thrive in life. You can absolutely thrive in life with those things, but you know that you're not dependent on those things, like, to feel accepted in life. And I feel like that's what this energy is. You're very, like, super independent now. You might have always been independent, but I mean, like, you're not having to depend on having friendships to feel connected to people, having, long-term ones. You're not dependent on needing to have, like, a romantic partnership to feel whole. You're not dependent on having to be close to people physically to be whole. You're very independent in this way, and you're creating your own path forward. Like, you're just being your own person moving forward. You're very solid and stable. The Knight of Pentacles is very solid energy, grounded energy. Also, Ace of Pentacles, aces, new beginnings, fresh starts, something that's going to build for the long-term longevity. It's also material. So this is something very abundant. I think in this new energy, this new perspective you have on wanting to approach life with this beautiful intention of kindness and generosity and creating peace in your life, but you're being mindful about creating the necessary boundaries. I think it's just you're more grounded. Like, you know that you're not dependent on external things to help you feel like you're in balance or in control or whole in your life. You know who you are. This is a very, like, this energy together is super, super independent, super confident. Not just like material abundance, but like someone who just knows who they are. They know their inner fire and what really fuels them. They know what is important in life for them to continue to move forward. This is a very, to me, this feels very not codependent, right? And there's a lot in the center here of the reading. There's a lot of success, triumph, and victory. Interestingly, what I'm getting from this too is that there's all those little hands that are sketched here at the bottom. She's on a stage. She's in the spotlight. Lots of success here. What I'm getting is that with this change and this different perspective, you're like, in order to have that friendliness, that exchange that I'm looking for in my partnerships, in my friendships, family, in my community, in my career, whatever it is, I know that it's going to take effort on my part, but I don't have to like overpour. You know, you don't have to overexert your energy in order to feel like you're going to receive. Like, it's that desperation, like, oh, in order for them to love me, to accept me, to invest in me, I have to invest in them and overgive. You're no longer doing that. You just know you show up with this friendliness, this kindness, with a pure intention. And you know that you are being mindful of the peace that you're creating in your life. If anybody, anything brings any level of disharmony or chaos, anything that is a disruption to your peace, they're out. And it's not coming from this hateful place. It's coming from a grounded, independent place. You know who you are, like your soul, your spirit. You know where you're the most grounded. You know what is important to you, what brings value. It's no longer an external validation. And I feel like there's a lot of success and triumph in that. Like, and what I was getting to with this card is that with all these little hands in the background, like all these sketches are like reaching up for her. I feel like it's not just this level of support that you do get in return of being in this energy. It's like you're going to be pleasantly surprised at how many people do come into your life because you are really stepping into this spotlight energy here. You're really stepping into the spotlight energy here. You're standing out. Your energy is like the thing that stands out in the crowd, right? We have a crowd down here in this, like all these sketches and the hands. You're on center stage here. And I'm not saying you could really be on a stage. You could do something on a stage. You could perform or do something and you really stand out. And people are like, wow, we really like what we see. And you'd be surprised that where you weren't receiving the support or the connections before, you will now. But it's because you're standing in your power. You are standing out in the crowd. King of Wands, again, not again, but I don't really call it zodiac signs, but whenever I see this lion, I do think of Leo. I can't remember if the King of Wands. I can't remember if the King of Wands is, if the zodiac sign is Leo, but with the lion there, I do see that. But this is very potent energy, very powerful. This is like, Leo is like the sun energy, brings in that like, I stand out from the crowd. I walk into a room and you notice me. I don't have to try. I just have that energy. You could be someone who has a lot of energy too. Like, you just have a lot of excitement in your life. You could be naturally someone who has a lot more, this is not a negative thing. Like someone who speaks a lot louder than others, who gets excited and is very loud when they're excited, but it's because you're just so excited and you stand out because you have a much more outwardly energy, that you show up in that way. So I think that there is something here, and it doesn't mean you have to be a Leo zodiac. It's just you are embodying this energy. So I feel like where you used to, like, I need this to feel accepted, I need to feel loved, I'm going to pour in, and that brought chaos and imbalance and disharmony, and you thought by being friendly in that way it was going to get you where you wanted to go and get you the connections and relationships you wanted, but in turn there was so much chaos and imbalance. It could have been that codependent energy if you were codependent in the past. People pleasing, recovering people pleaser here, right? This is someone who's like literally recovered is what I get. It doesn't have to be, but that's what I was picking up on if it resonates. But yeah, I feel like you're someone who's really embodying this. I know who I am. I don't need anybody else, and I don't need anyone else's approval. I don't need to be accepted by everybody and their mother and their brother in order to feel like I fit in, because I don't fit in. I don't have to fit in. I create my own, community of like-minded people. I bring in, I magnetize in who's meant for me, and I attract those into my life who are meant for me, but I also am attracted to those who are also in alignment with me. Very empowering energy here. And by standing out in that crowd, by standing out amongst the masses, really being yet your own person here, you're really standing out. And it's a very beautiful energy because people are going to want to be there. They're going to want to show up and support you. They're going to want to be your friend. They're going to want to be your partner in crime. They're going to want to be those things. But this is an energy that you're stepping into that's creating a new start. That's something really solid. With the roots here, this is something that's going to last a long time because you're moving down it's not just like a solid start, like financially, but it's something that when you embody this, the true essence of who you are, really stepping into your true self, that's when like the roots plant down and you're able to grow. The longevity is there. It's who you are now is going to last for so long. But it's really solid. It's a really solid beginning. And I think that with that, you're planting new roots in your life. But in this new version of you, I do think that there will be a lot of abundance that will come out of that as well. But you're not really allowing, you're no longer allowing what you used to allow. You are such a kind and compassionate person now, but it's not without the boundaries that you've had to create. Your peace is the utmost importance, but in order to create that and approach life with this new perspective and this new intention, different perspective, right? With that intention, you had to become so independent and know that your life is not dependent on the external validation and acceptance of anyone else. You had to accept who you are internally and really say, this is who I am and this is how I'm going to show up in life. And I'm also seeing this knight. I know they're moving forward. This is action, very slow action, but I also feel like this knight is looking like he's walking away from something. So I do feel like there's something there that you're okay, I'm walking away from the stuff that's no longer serving me, and I'm moving in a more grounded fashion in my life that's going to build for the long term. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't think I have any more. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it brought you some clarity, maybe some guidance. If it resonated, obviously if it didn't, message is not for you, so don't try to make it fit. But I hope that you enjoyed this message. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you don't want to miss anything in the future. Hit that notification bell so you don't want to miss anything coming up. And thanks for watching. Until next time.